that bass line. Love that smile. What a great night that was. That was a whole heck of a lot of fun. That is Louise fucking Post, ladies and gentlemen. It was my great pleasure this week to drive up and see Louise and her band play the Empty Bottle in Chicago. The concert was originally scheduled for last July, but it got canceled the last minute. I think it was actually canceled the day of because of COVID. So that was really sad, but it worked out better in a lot of ways this time. I don't know what the other venue was like, but this place was tiny, and it was great to see them play in a place that small. And my wife got to go with me, and we both got to meet Louise, which was really nice. And we got to hear sound check, and then we got to enjoy the show. Meeting her was kind of crazy for me because she is definitely one of my musical heroes. I think she has a really kind of special, almost magical ability to write songs the way she does and to perform them. I love her voice. I love her attitude and her energy and really everything about her. So, you know, I'm not a person who is used to talking to celebrities. So I didn't know what to say. I just tried to tell her that, you know, her music means a lot to me, and I think she's really good at what she does, and I'm glad that she's doing it, and I'm especially glad that she is still doing it. Last year, when I thought I was going to meet her in person in July, I made a little metal rabbit sculpture, and I was going to give it to her. But that didn't happen, so I reached out to her, and she gave me her mailing address, and I mailed it to her, and she knew who I was when I told her that I was the guy that made her the rabbit, and so that was pretty gratifying. I have no complaints. It was a great evening. After we did the meet and greet, we walked a couple blocks down the street and found a really nice Ukrainian restaurant. I think it was called the... if I can pronounce it, Tryzub. I think he would roll the R's. Tryzub, which means trident in Ukrainian. One thing I really liked about the restaurant, other than the food, which was great, I had chicken Kiev, which was the first time I've ever had it. It was fantastic. But the kind of, wear your heart on your sleeve, take no prisoners attitude of every Slavic person, every Slav that I've ever met was on full display there. In order to get to the bathroom, you have to walk over a carpet that says, fuck you, Putin, or something like that. And there's a little sign there that says if you don't support Ukraine, you can go ahead and piss your pants. Anyway, when we got to the Empty Bottle, the opening act was maybe just one or two songs from being done. So the place was filling up. I worked my way up to within 4 or 5 kind of people back from the stage. By the time the main attraction came on, let me find the video where they come out. There's the band. Drummer there has got a little bit of a Rick Grimes thing going on. This is Nicole Fiorentino, who played on Veruca Salt's 4 album and then later went on to be in the Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know these other 2 guys. I don't know any of the guys' names. It was a good band though. They were pretty tight. Get your Pete Townsend windmill arm going. Yep. Loosen up your neck. The audio on my phone camera is not great, but you get the idea. is. Yeah, it cuts off there, so I put my phone in my pocket. There are two kinds of memory that I kind of draw on for experiences like this. One is like I do like to record some things because details, and then I can watch them over and over again, which I will. I have been. And then the other is like I just kind of like to feel stuff and experience it. And, you know, I don't want to have a little screen in front of me when I've got the real thing right there. So I didn't record a whole lot. I recorded some snippets. There are some songs which I actually wish I would have recorded, but you get what you get. See, I do have better video of that song. You know, when she came out and started off with all the dancing, I wasn't exactly sure what was going on because I'm used to seeing her play guitar. But then when she launches into the vocal, look at that smile. When she launched into the vocal, I knew that it was on. Nice and loud too. Nice and loud. I like listening to music really loud. You know, I crank it up in the car when I'm by myself. I crank it up at home when I'm by myself. If I want to get at the kind of really like understand all the nuances of how a song is put together, I'll listen to it on headphones where you can hear everything and you can pick out left and right and all that. But if you really want to feel something, you got to get out there in front of the band and let the three guitars and that bass and those drums hit you in your guts and vibrate you. And it is different. You know, you can't hear as much. Things are a little bit sloppier, louder, but there's no substitute. No substitute. So she came out. It was pretty clear that it was going to be a good night. She meant business. And that first vocal line delivered with Louise Post ferocity. Good stuff. Here's the set list. So they open with Closer, which was a song from 4 Straight, which that's a what? That's a song from 8 Arms to Hold You. Don't Make Me Prove It, another 8 Arms song. Guilty, that's one of her new originals from the Sleepwalker album. I think she plays like 6 of those. Guilty, What About Queen of Pirates, Hollywood Hills, Killer, All These Years. I thought there was one more down there. The Way We Live. Yeah, I think that's 6. Wetsuit, great song. I unfortunately don't have any video of that. All Hail Me, classic from American Thighs, Sound of the Bell. You know, I think the only album didn't play anything off Ghost Notes, right? There were a couple of songs that I was not familiar with, and I realized there are some EPs and B-sides and stuff like that out there. So she played, you know, several songs from American Thighs, several songs from 8 Arms to Hold You, several songs from Resolver, at least one song from 4. Pretty good. Those, let's listen to a little bit of Straight here. There she is with it. That SG looks red, but it was actually kind of a brown, like a reddish brown color. Smoke her like she's incense. Her lyrics are really distinctive. I can't, you know, I don't have an analysis of them, but I just know when I hear a Louise Post lyric, they're not so cookie cutter, but there's like certain kind of the way she phrases things, along with the way the melodies go and kind of wrap around the chords that are just, I feel like, so distinctive and so good. All right, I have a little bit of All Hail Me. The crowd knows all these old Veruca Salt songs. It's one of the nice things about going to a concert like this. Like you find your people. I just love these songs. Those three guitars and the bass, it was a wall of sound when they had everybody going on the power chords at the same time. So I associate her with Gibson SG, which is what she has there. She has a white one that she brings out later, but that's why I had her sign. These are my two souvenirs. This is my Gibson SG pickguard large. And then here's the small. I just realized this is, her signature is upside down on that one. That is okay. I really like the white one that she had, actually. I never thought of myself as a white guitar person, but that would be the large pickguard. So I think I have, I'm not sure whether I have any of the songs she played on that one within the video or not, but I associate the Gibson SG with her, actually, the other shoulder. The Les Paul behind me. That's the one that she plays in videos for American Thighs, but then eventually she played SGs a lot, and I think, I'm not sure why she, I mean, maybe it's because the thing weighs a ton. I don't know. But I associate her with that Gibson SG. You got your Angus Young and you got your Tony Iommi. Is one of the reasons why I asked her if she would take a picture with me with the AC/DC pinball machine at the Empty Bottle, because I thought that was kind of funny that it was there. So I'm probably at the time in my life where I just need to go ahead and quit talking smack and buy an SG. Okay. This is a great song, Shutterbug. This is one of my favorites. This bass player here, Nicole Fiorentino, was really pretty impressive. She was super solid. Occupies this interesting position because she's holding down the rhythm section. She's also kind of the bridge to the lyrics and the harmony and the melody and all that, because almost all Veruca Salt songs that I can think of have usually two vocal parts, and they're intertwined, sometimes throughout the verses, sometimes it's in the pre-chorus or the chorus or whatever. There's always a lot going on with those, so somebody needed to be able to do that. And I wonder if it wasn't a conscious decision to make it a bass player rather than a guitar player, so it wasn't so much like Nina. But anyway, she was really impressive, sounded great, her vocals sounded great, and she looked good up there, so legit rock star there, Nicole. This is one of those great songs where everybody knows the kind of the punchlines of each verse. Very punchy. Oh, there's the white SG right there. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. these songs are not super technical. You know, you can just see them. They're all just kind of playing bar chords most of the time. But it's not that there's some mystery to it. It's what she does with those chords. I won't try to sing. That's okay when you shout in a crowd, but I'm not going to try to sing right now. Hold up your cans of liquid death. So good. I could watch that over and over again. Nah, probably will. This is one of her new ones off of Sleepwalker. A lot of these songs are quite beautiful. You know, that's my one complaint. The other guitar player, you can't see him right now. So this guy here, in the black shirt, he seemed to be the one who would play everything kind of straight down the center. And then the other guy over here who was wearing the hat would kind of do like the little decoration and lead parts. Most of the time it was fine, but on some songs it was just way too loud in the mix. It's not his fault, but whoever was on the soundboard, like, and then this song reminded me of that. Like sometimes they're, you know, fairly close to the center of the stage. I couldn't hear anything but that one lead guitar going, and it was way out front. And if you listen to the song on the album, that's a part that's way in the background. It's way out front here too. So that's kind of my one critique. That's it. My other second critique, they could have pumped Louise's voice up a little bit louder. I understand kind of wanting to have the vocals fight the music and rock because it kind of feels like it should be that way sometimes, but I really wanted to hear her sing too. So I could have used a little bit more volume on the lead vocals sometimes. So Veruca Salt was a Chicago band, and you know, there's a lot of history with them. So I got the sense that there were a lot of people in the audience who she knew, who she had professional relationships with, friendship relationships with and that sort of thing. So I think it looked like she was having a genuinely good time and was amongst friends. This is a little bit better video.
Brought you flowers. There's too many beautiful people here. There's not enough beautiful flowers.
We actually ended up bringing one of those home. Not that one. It's one of the white ones there. I like to think she was throwing it to me, but that's probably not the case. But we were lucky. Anyway. Flower hanging up in the laundry room. That is another souvenir from Louise Post.
So one time somebody sold my cigarette butt with my lipstick on eBay. So weird.
So weird. That's right.
I was also thinking about how hard we were rocking up here, and like how you guys have an appetite for hard rock.
That's right.
It's so cool, and also like I remember, because you probably care because he's from here, but I remember being backstage at one of Billy Corgan's solo shows, like when he did his solo album in California. And I remember having this conversation with him where he was like, "Yeah, rock is dead. I'm not doing rock anymore." I was like, I'm doing something else entirely now. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna keep doing exactly what I'm doing until it comes back around.
I'm glad she does.
When it comes back around, I'll still be here with a fuzz pedal and a Gibson.
Still be there with a fuzz pedal and a Gibson. I like the sound of that. You know, you hear about bands these days who, I forget which band it was, had to cancel their show because somebody's laptop got stolen. You don't need a laptop. I mean, I guess you do. You can make yourself dependent upon that stuff where you need a computer with click tracks and synchronize this, that, and the other in order to put on what you want to put on. I guess people do that, and that's okay. That's not what I would ever want to do. That's not what she does. That's not what most of the bands that I like do. You can get up there and plug in your instruments. You can plug your Gibson into a fuzz box and you can just get going. So, thank goodness. I also I'm a Smashing Pumpkins fan, but Billy Corgan needs a dig, once in a while.
And then he started Swan. We all know what happened.
Yeah, Swan. I'm not sure that I ever actually listened. I think I might listen to Swan once. This is one of the ones that I didn't know.
I wrote this song at my dining room table in Andersonville. And brought it to my band. Jen Slade and Ian and I played these cool chords together. And you know what Steve almost did. But this is what it was in the beginning. I am 14.
They know it. I didn't know it.
Wrapped in a white sheet. Rain's coming through the window. The moon lands on my feet. I am somewhere far from sleep.
My guitar sounds nice.
I am pale green.
Okay, pretty song. This is one of my, I wouldn't say favorites, but I really like this song. This is from American Thighs, and so simple and so catchy, and so they rocked this one pretty good in the encore. I kind of love these Louise Post guitar solos. They're not technical, and they're often pretty sloppy, and I can just really relate to them. You know, like I wait for them to come in the song, and you know, when there's something that's tough to play, or requires more concentration or whatever, you know, you got a guy over here to do it. But I want to hear Louise play Louise, and she does a splendid job. Tough note. Happy New Year. Yeah. First chorus is Spider-Man, which ends up being the very last song. No, it's not. It's not the last song. It was Hellraiser was the last song. I forgot. Spider-Man was a great sing-along.
You're so nice.
I think this video gets cut off, but I think I might have more. Let me see what I have of Spider-Man.
This is about a boy from the south side of Chicago. You're so nice.
Nope, I don't have any more than... I guess we just turned off the phones and enjoyed ourselves. That was a good one. And I didn't get any of the song at the end, which was Hellraiser, which is Off Resolver. It's a song that I didn't know very well, but they killed it on that. It was a good, strong end to the show. Oh, I got all of this one. Sound of the bell.
Turn it up!
I feel I don't like awkward pauses, but you know, sometimes it happens.
I think if you have a sympathetic crowd for the awkward pauses, we can do it. It's okay.
Sympathetic crowd for the awkward pauses. Yeah.
I mean, I also have a lot to say. Probably too much.
Stand up there all night if you want to.
Okay.
You're really good with awkward pauses.
I cannot understand anything Nicole says there.
Help me with my jacket. I'm hot.
Yeah, the audio on my phone sucks. I gotta get something different. Happy that my wife was there with her better camera. Anyway, rock is not dead. Maybe rock is not dead. You know, if you are a fan of hard music, distorted guitars, but you like songwriting, you like melody, you like harmony, you like lyrics, and you have never checked out Veruca Salt, you should do yourself a favor and do that. So I've been writing a lot of songs lately. I am working on the next batch of Rusted Rabbit songs. I completed an album's worth a couple years ago now. I had taken a long break while I was raising children and having a career, but I wrote a lot of songs in college and in high school, and that's what my friends and I did. And I have never written a single song that's nearly as good, that I like nearly as much as 90% of Veruca Salt songs. I'm not sure which piece of my body I would give in order to be able to write a song that is as good as something like Shutterbug, but I guarantee you I would sacrifice something. I mean, a toe, like I got 10 of those. I'd give up a toe. Give up a toe, no questions asked, to have written something as good as Shutterbug or Wetsuit or anything like that. Those kind of big, you know, open, angsty songs with all that emotion and all those dynamics, and they make you feel something, and they make you want to sing along, and they make you want to punch your fist in the air. It's really, really great stuff. And I am not a religious person, but God bless Louise Post for still being out there and doing what she's doing. And I hope that we live to see the day where we can see her on the road again. I don't know what she has planned next, but it was lovely to meet her, and it was a bucket list item for me that I can cross off, but it has left me inspired. You know, I'm recording with people remotely, you know, and taking advantage of the internet and the gig economy and all that, but seeing her play live made me want to play live again. And I, of course, never played at that level, but my guitar skills are good enough to do that, you know, and the challenge is like writing songs and holding it together is kind of committing. So any Tuesday night that you walk away from more inspired and more interested, that was one of those concerts I didn't want it to end. You know, it could have gone on for another 2 hours and I would have been very, very happy. Great time. Can't say enough good things, but I will stop saying good things now. And in my video, I do have plans to, I want to get it so that I can run my guitar in through the computer and record. So I would like to learn some of these songs and maybe do some lessons and some analysis. If you want a clinic on songwriting, alternative songwriting, that's the woman right there to teach it. Fantastic. You know, her and Nina are not, maybe they're not Lennon and McCartney, but maybe they kind of are, because they only had 3 albums together where they were songwriting partners. All 3 of them are outstanding. Makes you wonder what would have happened to, you know, things gone differently. That's all I got to say about that. I'm going to shut up now, but I will probably not be done talking about Veruca Salt. So Louise, if you ever watch this, it was a real pleasure. And I wish you continued success for your benefit and for mine, because I want to hear what you're going to do next. Happy Saturday.